down. And today we have a special guest with us in the studio, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, a guitar master and... Hey! Between his many different things, he's also the guitar player of the band Guns N' Roses these days. And that's the second time we're presenting him in the Metal Radio Show. So we'll listen to a little bit of him improvising some stuff while we're...
Sticking around.
Yeah! If you want to make some kind of a song for the show while he's jamming this thing?
Now, if you guys are going to do a theme song, it's got to be like a lot heavier.
Yeah, now give us some Bumblefoot, guitar sucks kind of a thing.
Oh, jeez.
That's awesome. Oh my god. Fucking country shit!
So, yeah.
Ron Thal!
Yes.
How are you doing?
Good. How you guys doing?
We're just fine.
Yeah.
So we're super glad to have you again here, and actually now this time in person.
So glad to be here.
Yeah, because last time we did that, you were just on the phone and we didn't get to see.
It's not quite the same.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be here. I could split my fucking wrist. This gas is just what I need to keep me nice and pissed. My chest fills up with acid till the veins pop in my head. I wake up every morning wishing God would strike me dead. But when the whole world looks at me, they see some other guy. It doesn't matter what I say, they all made up their minds. I didn't like it then, and I still don't like it now. But I find the strength to smile somehow and say, I'm so glad to be here. I could jump off every bridge, but everybody's got a rope around one of my limbs. They're trying to get their piece, they keep on tearing me apart. They want to get inside me so they could kick around my heart. But when the world looks at me, they see some other guy. It doesn't matter what I say, they all made up their minds. I didn't like it then, and I still don't like it now. But I find the strength to smile somehow and say, I'm so glad to be here. I'm really glad to be here. Oh, I'm so glad to be here. And just so really, really glad to be here. I'm so glad I could just hang myself from the highest tree. I'm longing for the crush of rushing trains over me. I haven't had a good night's sleep since 1995, and I'm too tired to ask why I keep myself alive. But when the whole world looks at me, they see some other guy. It doesn't matter what I say, they all made up their minds. I didn't like it then, and I still don't like it now. But I find the strength to smile so
Yeah.
That was great.
So you are glad to be here. I
glad to be
understand
here.
from what you just.
Actually, I'm so glad to be here. I could sit my- yeah.
Okay. Okay. That was a really nice start for the show, and now we can just start talking. What's going on here? Metal, metal, yeah.
Metal, metal.
Metal, נמצא במטל, לא מפסיק לנגן, ואי אפשר לעשות איתו רעיון, הפתיח לא נגמר, זה אף פעם לא נגמר, גם זה אף פעם לא נגמר, זה לא
There's your theme song.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hey now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we want to talk some a little bit.
Sure.
We really enjoy you playing. Don't get it wrong. Sure.
Yeah.
First of all, that's your third time in Israel?
Third time,
Third time in Israel.
I think. Yeah.
How
third.
do you like Israel so far? From all of your visits,
You like?
tell us.
I like.
You like Israel. We like you. Do you like us?
You guys got the best fish and the best vegetables.
Best fish and best vegetables. And you're from the States.
Yeah.
So apparently you don't really have good food over there, and unless it's really like a kind of on, you know.
Well, the U.S. we got too much processed stuff. It's just you have to really work hard, or you have to like put in effort to seek out the quality food. You know, you got to go to a local farm and get the grass-fed, non-GMO meat. Where in a lot of other places in the world, it's just already there. It's not even an issue. You know, you don't have to seek out the food that's not, you know, all loaded up with hormones. It's already good to go.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I mean, you're in Australia, you're gonna get good beef. You're in U.S., you gotta look for the good beef. So yeah.
I can see you have some kind of a ring on your finger. Means like,
Oh yeah, I haven't washed. I know. It's
yeah. So you know you have.
Like, my finger and butt.
Yeah, but.
What's that brown ring around your finger?
Yeah. So except that brown ring around that finger, we're talking about the other one. You're married.
Yeah.
So and you're on tour all the time. So how does that work?
Oh, well, depending on where I am and how long I'm going to be in one place for one time, yeah, my wife will come on tour, and we've gone to a lot of places together. We've seen the whole world together. It's been really good.
Okay, so tell us about Bumblefoot these days. How busy you are, what you're doing, what's going on. You're here in Israel, okay?
Yeah.
That's what's happening, Saturday,
Yeah.
okay? Full-time musician, you're always busy these days.
Yeah.
And that's incredible for us to hear that, because we've interviewed so many musicians that told us that they can't live only from the music these days. And
I've been living on the music for about 20 years, where I've been just doing music stuff and nothing else. But you have to be diverse. If you're going to be a musician, the more things you do, the more abilities you have, the more things you do within music, the more of a possibility of having something to offer people. So if all you do is play on stage, you're going to be just always looking for a gig. But if you're also a songwriter, you collaborate with other people. If you have a studio, you could be producing people and having people record there. You could be laying your own tracks, doing guest stuff for other people. You could be making music for a TV show or a video game or some indie horror movie. There's a million things that you can do, and you will always be busy. This is your portfolio, and you need diverse stocks. If all your eggs are just in one thing, it could, go up, it could go down. But when it's down, you have nothing else. So you really need to be diverse in your abilities as a musician. If you're trying to make a living and do that and nothing else, you have to be able to do a lot of things with it.
We'll hear more about that very soon, but we asked you to tell us about few songs that you would like to hear here in
That
this
influenced
show.
you or that you liked for any
and you gave
specific
us-
reason. And you gave us a
list.
list of 10 songs. Mm-hmm. We're going to play some of them.
You said 5 to 10 songs. I gave you 10.
Yeah, you did it right.
And-
You did it right.
Good, because if you said 50 songs, I would have given you 50.
Yeah.
I like this one because it reminds me of the color orange.
So
I like this
actually,
one.
I want you to do that. What you just started to
In
do right
this
now
voice.
about in this voice about
Okay.
Mean Streets by Van Halen, which you chose. So
Okay,
tell us why.
Mean Street.
Why?
I first heard Mean Street when I was 12 years old, and before that, I was just more of like a rock and roll guitar player, just very. And then suddenly you hear this thing, and I just never heard those kind of sounds coming out of a guitar with all the harmonics. Never heard that, and it just blew my mind. I was like, I had no idea guitar could make these kind of sounds, and that you can do something more with it or play a different way, and it just really opened my mind guitar-wise. It made me realize that there aren't the limitations that I had put on myself, and that you can get more creative with it. And it made me start thinking more creatively. So that is the song that did it. Yeah.
That's fucking awesome, and we're gonna listen to it. Van Halen.
Fucking awesome.
This is fucking awesome.
$20 in my
Pockets. This is fucking awesome. I'm gonna spend you down. I got $20 in my pockets.
It's fucking awesome. My love is
Fucking awesome. Yeah. This is fucking awesome. We're gonna listen to Mean Streets by Van Halen. This is fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome.
It's fucking
This is fucking awesome.
This is fucking awesome.
mind. We're searching for the latest thing, a break in this routine. Talking some new kicks, ones like you ain't never seen. This is home. This is Mean Street. It's our home. Only one I know. This is home. See, a gun is real easy. In this desperate part of town, turns you from hunted into hunter. You go and hunt somebody down. Wait a minute now. Somebody said, fair warning, Lord. Lord, strike that poor boy down.
We're back. That was Van Halen. Yeah, with Mean Streets. I believe this is the first time we ever played Van Halen in our metal show because.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Scandalous!
Yeah, because we didn't really consider it metal, but this guy is just crazy. This Van Halen.
That intro
dude.
was serious.
Yeah. So we're continuing talking with Bumblefoot, also a guitarist of Guns N' Roses. And what are the Guns doing these days?
The Guns, and the Roses.
And the Roses.
Let's see. Well, we had some pretty busy touring years in 2000, the end of 2011, going into the end of 2012. We started in the first half of this year. We were doing some sporadic touring. What do we do?
Just tell us, is Guns N' Roses are working on new material these days?
The question. It's something that's
you're not supposed to talk about?
Well, it's just that there's really nothing to talk about yet. Like there's no action that you can say, hey, guess what? Here's an update. You know, there's no update. So
the answer is no. It's okay.
Well,
it's not exactly a no. It's kind of like, everybody writes. We're all songwriters in the band. Mm-hmm. But we haven't gotten together and written from scratch as a band yet. And that's something that we kind of want to do so that it's really authentic. And it's like, all right, this is not just someone bringing their own music into it. This is something that we wrote as a band from scratch. And, we were going to start doing that. But I went and booked up my schedule for the rest of the year, so blame me.
Okay, but except for you, are there any other musicians in Guns N' Roses that are really busy with other projects?
Oh yeah, you got Richard Fortus. He's been touring he'll be touring for the rest of the year in a group called the Dead Daisies.
Okay.
What else? You got Hookers and Blow, that band with Dizzy. DJ's got 6 a.m. Tommy, he's been doing some reunion shows of the Replacements. Chris Pittman we have this thing called Blowout, this like EDM thing mixed with live instruments. And Frank, he's doing, he plays with Nina out in Germany and did some shows with the Daisies as well.
What about Mr. Axl Rose? What's going on with
He's just downloading porn all the time. He's just sitting around downloading porn. Stop with the porn. Let's get back on the road. Stop with the porn. He's probably planning his, everything for next year. Busy doing that because I know there's a lot of things in the works for next year. And
he's doing what he's doing every day, trying to take over the world.
Yeah. Well, not even. I don't think he's into world domination.
He's not for
the right answer was the one with the porn, right?
That was the truth, right?
No, that's me. That's actually me. Stop with the porn.
Most of the band is really busy, so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to actually sit down and write some new material. And we hope that we will get new stuff from the Guns, and it will take less time than it took for Chinese Democracy. Okay, we surely do. You were here with the Guns N' Roses in Israel, performed the show, which was
On
pretty
July
big.
3rd, 2012.
Yay. And you were here with Salem also before that, and we saw you, and you were fucking awesome. You give a lot of respect for the state of Israel.
Awesome.
This is fucking awesome. Yeah. And the thing is that you came out with uniform of the IDF, and that was really touching for us that served the IDF. And you played Hatikva, which is something that all cool Jewish guitar players do here, like Marty Friedman. Oh yeah, we get it right now. Yeah.
Jazz it up.
You want distortion?
Yeah, that's all right.
Why are you doing it?
ירושלים, עם חופשי, ירושלים, ירושלים, yeah! Oh yeah! לא אכלתי היה לי כובע של אתרוג.
What's wrong with you, man? ירושלים. ירושלים. Yeah. This is nice. This is really
This
nice.
is nice.
This is nice. We like. So the next thing we wanted to know is your next pick. The 10 songs that we got from you was a song by a band that is really popular, but still is again one of those bands that we don't really usually play in a metal show, but we really have a lot of respect towards, and that's Led Zeppelin. And the song pick was A Whole Lot of Love. What can you tell us about that pick?
You know, considering it was the late 60s, that was about as metal as you can get for that time. If you really think about it. In context, I mean, of course, today, you know, technology, we have much more driven amps and fatter recordings, and, you know, and the intensity is built, and, you know, each, you know, constantly metal was taken to the next. The bar kept getting raised on how intense and metal it became. But for its time, now think about what music was doing in the late 60s, and then suddenly you got, you know, this, you know, with the bass and the drum, you know, the, you know, that fucking, and throwing that in there. I mean, the way he was singing everything, like he was pretty well. Like the whole thing is, I mean,
I think you should do the whole thing, and we just gonna let you play it instead of Led Zeppelin. It's much better.
Think about
Let's
like
do
all
it.
the sounds he was making with the bow and all the trippy stuff and everything going on, and then that solo when he kicked in with that, you know, mean, that was like really as like badass as you can get. You know, in First Time, there was
Yeah.
nothing that was hitting hard like that.
Yeah,
like
but-
that was really like as metal as you could get for its time.
Okay, let's continue to Whole Lotta Love, and we'll come back and we'll continue. Yeah.
You need cooling, baby. I'm not fooling. I'm gonna send you back to schooling, way down inside. Honey, you need it. I'm gonna give you my love. I'm gonna give you my love. Oh, want a whole lot of love. Want a whole lot of love. Want a whole lot of love.
We just listened to Led Zeppelin with A Whole Lot of Love. We're with Bumblefoot, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, from also from Guns N' Roses, and a guitar solo career, also pretty impressive. And Ron, no, continue with that. Wait a second. So what I wanted to say, my point was that in the beginning, when we emerged as metalheads, when we listened to, like, let's say Black Sabbath and even Led Zeppelin, we always thought that, yeah, they deserve the respect for inventing the thing, but they're not the true master of this, because we have Metallica and we have that. But it took me a while until I kind of matured to go back and listen to it again, and then to actually understand that it stands for itself. It's not only that they invented something, what they did was fucking awesome. This is fucking awesome by itself. Yeah.
And it's the kind of thing with those bands. It's interesting because, like, at whatever point you get into metal, the bands that are like the big bands at that time that really are like the sign of that time, like Metallica, if you went back 10 years and if you were just in a time machine or 10 years older and you went back and it had that same experience, it would have been with Sabbath instead, and that would have been your Metallica, and you would have gotten the same effect from it. Like, it's like, this is the heaviest shit I ever heard. This is like really just fucking like, just like hit me right down to the core. It was the same thing. It's just that now in comparison, it's, you know, it seems very not as edgy and not as metal compared to what it's become.
Yeah, but if you listen to the stuff like all Judas Priest and even Led Zeppelin, in some songs, the heaviness doesn't necessarily come from the distortion itself, or even from the lyrics, or the, you know, like you listen to some song like Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't say it's a heavy song, no. But then it goes.
Yeah.
When they do that in that specific song, it is heavy anyways, you know?
It's got a heaviness.
It becomes heavy, and then also Sabbath were heavy anyway, you know, because Sabbath was dark. It was dark material.
It was the darkness of it, and that's I think part of what does define metal in a lot of ways. Like, it needs to tap into the more complex emotions and the heavier emotions, and it's not just like, you know, we're gonna party tonight, we're gonna have fun, yeah, you know, like,
there's more punk.
But I mean, like emotionally, like, there's, you know, it's very, like, something like that, there's nothing to it. It's like for a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And when you're getting into metal, it's dealing with much deeper emotions and ones that people struggle with, and it gets into that kind of stuff. And I think that's part of what makes something metal is when you're getting into that, when you're touching the deeper, darker, more taboo emotional stuff.
That's why we always had problem with me and Niv with punk, because punk has the aggressiveness and the distortion, but it was like too happy for us in like Ramones and stuff like that.
Even when they come and they come against the government and things like that,
it still sounds too happy.
Give us the money, give us the money.
Let's kill the government. No. And they always have this.
It's like the Canadian flapping heads in South Park, you know?
It's sometimes the happy sound of it is more sarcasm.
Yeah,
that's the
punk,
thing, and you have to sort of see the sarcasm.
Yeah.
It's like it's taking like what would normally be like a poppy song and just kind of pissing on it, you know.
Especially in the Britpunk,
like Sex Pistols.
Yeah. It's like exactly. It's all sarcasm, but in all the songs, all the albums, that's the way they.
That's their sound. Yeah. See, myself, I wouldn't even consider a lot of it metal. Like, sometimes it gets into metal. But I think that there's too much of not a preachy positivity, but it's more like, I guess, like, people, a lot of times they'll look at my lyrics and they'll say, you know, you're always joking, or you're always, you know, it's like the stuff I talk about is kind of heavy. It's just that I just kind of,
present it.
I mock it, you know, it's like I'll just, you know, the way I'll look at it is instead of like crying over it, I'll make fun of it, you know? So that's my thing. I'm not sure if everyone sees beyond the surface and they just see the joking, but they don't see that I'm, you know, might be joking about some, you know, heavier, more real things. So yeah.
The next one we want to go through from your picks is actually pure metal. That's a band called Pantera.
Oh yeah.
And you chose Unbroken from Pantera. Anything about that?
Are you broken?
Are you broken?
Oh, isn't everybody kind of broken and you spend your life repairing yourself a little at a time? So, yeah, I'm broken. That was one of the first Pantera songs that I'd ever heard. And I just...
It's a good start.
It just, yeah, and it just kicked my ass. No, actually, you know what? I did hear...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if anything, maybe it was like the first video I saw from them.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was just something like when I heard that song, I was like, wow, it just hit me like a hammer to the head. I was like, bam.
Hammer of Thor.
Holy shit.
And you just thought that it's fucking awesome.
It was just fucking awesome. It really was. And I just loved it. They had absolute integrity in what they did. It
And
was
also
authenticity and integrity.
And because of the tragedy, what happened is they stopped at their prime. It's like they didn't have this thing that happened to all the other bands, that they ruined their good name, like Metallica and Megadeth.
You can't say Pantera used to be good.
Yeah, they were good, and they were good until the end.
Yeah.
That's it, you know?
And the Trendkill stuff started getting really experimental. They started getting really interesting. They started getting into some wild shit. You know, even before the tragedy, there's no way you couldn't respect them. Because, I mean, you just can't call anything out on them because they just had they played their asses off like beyond anyone. They raised the bar and set like a whole new direction for every metal band after that, wanting to get, you know, Vinny's kick sound, you know, wanting to hard pan and perfectly nail the rhythms and just everything about their sound and their intensity and everything. It was just, they had such a sound. And that's the only thing. They were just pure authenticity and integrity.
I think there was also something about each one of them being some kind of a star in his own way. Because Philip was a star, and Dimebag was a star, and Vinny was a star, and Rex was a star.
Yeah.
They're all so good in what they were doing in individual.
They were the metal John Paul, George Ringo. Like
We need to go to the song.
Yeah.
Pantera.
Okay.
I'm broken because the show is about to be over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pantera.
and we're here with Ron Bumblefoot Thal, and so we're listening to really good songs and music. And you've been
And a lot of jamming in the
a lot of jamming in the
Metal
studio.
Studio. Yeah.
Nice. So you've been playing all sorts of music. So we are talking more about metal, but you are influenced by everything in your music. You have like some kind of Tom Jones in your music, and you have everything in your music.
Tom Jones to Shabba Ranks to...
Are you Sex Bomb?
No.
No?
No, you don't think so?
Well, maybe after the bomb went off.
But we have to tell the audience that we found out that you're like you don't look like your age. That's pretty amazing.
Cool.
And that's pretty much because you eat right. And well, what's going on there? How do we do that?
Use sunscreen and take your vitamins and make sure you sleep and drink lots of water. And don't forget to floss your teeth, kiddies. I think that the more physical vices you have, the more they take a toll on your body, for sure. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do drugs. I eat as healthy as I can.
Just do the rock and roll and sex,
Yeah.
drugs, and rock and roll. That's it.
Just
Just the rock and roll.
sex and rock and roll.
Sex and rock and roll.
You have nothing.
Well,
you have anything to do
instead
in
of
a
the-
pub?
No.
You don't drink anything?
Just hang out. No. I mean, once in a while I'll take a sip of something just to not be rude or, something. And I mean, it won't kill me if I drink. But, like, for the most part, I don't drink.
It's amazing.
And I've never smoked a cigarette, never smoked a joint. I am in full support of people doing drugs. Do them. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy your fucking life.
Cool. Thank you.
Thanks. We
It's very
appreciate
nice.
it. Thank you very much.
And
Thank you
I'll
very
drive
much.
you home safely.
Oh,
Yeah.
we need you here.
Yeah,
That's,
so
that's what I do.
if you can hang with us today.
And
after
I'm
the
cool
show.
with that. I'm
No,
all right
right,
with
like
that.
right after the show.
No, seriously, you're driving like today.
Yes, yes.
We're gonna be stoned
Good.
after your show.
I'll tell you. I'll get you home safe.
Okay.
So yeah, and I'm okay with that, and yeah, I'm not like Mr. Preachy anti stuff. It's just for myself. I just feel like I need to stay at 100% to do what I need to do. I have a responsibility to the rest of the world if I'm going to do this, and I don't want to get on stage being any less than what I think I could be. That's it. It's about the music. The music has always been the drug. It really has.
But your other bandmates in Guns N' Roses, they're like probably different than you.
They're a little bit different, yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Are they still like how they were in the 20s, 30s? They're still like rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like all getting like shit faced and stuff after the show.
Everyone has fun in their own way and doing, whatever it is they do.
Tommy
as
like
much
his
as-
orgies and Axel
Well,
like
Tommy likes his Maker's Mark, his drink. DJ likes the Jaeger. I used to love the Jaeger, but I'm keeping
love
away
the
from
Jaeger.
the Jaeger. Yeah, anything that tastes like cough medicine, I love. Jägermeister and stuff like that, just like a thick cough medicine soup that gets you fucked up.
Yeah.
Can't beat it. And it gets rid of your cough and all your aches and pains. But these days I'm keeping away from that. I need to keep a strict anti-inflammatory diet in order to be able to function. So that's what I do.
We're going to go to the next one.
Next one. Now that we're talking
And
about
that's an
healthy
Iron
living.
Maiden song.
Ah, yeah.
You chose, which is Murders in the Rue Morgue. Which
The Rue Morgue.
The Rue Morgue.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, what can you tell us about that?
I remember browsing through the record shop and saw the cover of Killers. I was like, oh, this looks really cool. I'm going to take a chance on this. Took it home and, just, Wrathchild and Murders. And I was like, this is the greatest thing I ever heard. Oh, my God. Ran right back and got whatever else they had. Made in Japan and the first album, I heard Prowler
Yeah.
with a little feedback. And it was just, those two albums were amazing. And of course, the legacy evolved from there with Dickinson and just became timeless, legendary, classic stuff. that's, as great now as it ever was, and is as alive now as it ever was. God bless him.
Iron Maiden is amazing.
Yeah.
It's an amazing
Iron Maiden,
band.
everybody.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden. Woo! Fucking
Applause to Iron Maiden. So yeah, if
Yeah.
I had to just pick one song, I just remember, that one, just the build up, and then the single stroke roll that he did. Oh, it just won me from, yeah.
We're gonna listen to it right now, and we'll be back right after. with Murders in the Rue Morgue.
And you know what? A special honorable mention to Steve Harris. You know, doing the string galloping with the three fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Bada-boom, bada-boom, bada-boom. I mean, he was just, you know...
We always make fun of bass players. That it is like the instrument that is not really important. But in this band, this is an instrument. You can't do Iron Maiden without Steve Harris.
Yeah,
and
in Maiden, in Metallica... Rush, of course. There's been a lot of bands.
Primus.
Chili Peppers.
Yeah, Chili
where
Peppers.
When you have a really good
A
bass
really
player,
good
Yeah,
bass
Chili
player
Peppers.
who's like
adds-
an instrument by itself. He's not backing up the other guys. He's
No.
doing his own shit, and
Absolutely.
that's pretty rare in the general music because mostly it's just like the bass player is working with the guitar player and
although in metal, like sometimes the bass player, even if he's doing the same thing as the rhythm parts, he has such tone and badassness to the way he hits. Frankie Bello, Anthrax,
Yeah.
Rex, Pantera, like they, just that bubbly and just
Yeah.
the grit and everything.
dude from
like the
Anthrax is
guitars
awesome.
would not be as heavy without that bass having the tone that it does, adding to it.
Yeah, we listened to Iron Maiden with Paul Diano. It just came out now as an article in the internet that he was in a show and somebody from the crowd yelled Bruce Dickinson, and he was just lashing out at this guy, threatening to kill him,
That sounds about right.
getting all the crowd to try
Who
to
was it?
kill him. Paul Diano.
Paul Diano?
In the show, and the thing is that
But he's like 90.
yeah, but the thing is
No,
that
he will beat people's
yeah,
asses.
first of all, there's two things. First of all, this guy is not really cool to come to this guy's show. It was his show, and yelling, Bruce Dickinson,
that was just a
what are you
dicky
doing?
thing to do. That was
Second
just a
of
guy.
all-
That kid was a dick.
Yeah,
for
he is a
doing
dick.
that.
But second of all, you don't want to mess with Paul Diano. This guy is a really sad story of what happened from the time he left Iron Maiden and until today. Everything is wrong with what happened there, with him going to jail and deported from the States and being some kind of a weird criminal and really trying to succeed, but then calling his band Killers after the album and doing
It's a
covers
song,
from
yeah.
Maiden all of the years, and it was like really not okay because it was so good actually. Those
Yeah,
two
it was
albums of Maiden, they're amazing.
And he deserves respect. That was his band. There would be no Maiden without him and those first two albums. That is the history.
I was
That
saying
is-
it for many years.
that's the
but
book of Genesis. That's it.
Iron Maiden is one of my favorite all times albums
Wow.
ever.
It's a classic.
And even though Bruce Dickinson had many hits, and I love like Seventh Son of a Seventh Son, it's amazing. But that first one, even not Killers, the first one, Iron Maiden, is just
The instrumentals on there too.
it's so rock and roll, and it's still metal,
such-
and it's
yeah.
so good. And it's so sad to see those things today. So what I wanted to know is how, as a musician, you deal with these things, because I'm sure that I don't know if it happened to you, but you stepped into some
Of
big
course,
shoes.
yeah. Where's
So, where's Slash? You know.
Where's, go through a list of guitar players, where's Gilby? There's a million guitar players, you could say that have been in the history of this band that I'm in now. It's like a book with many chapters, and I'm in chapter whatever, and there were people involved in the chapters before me, some vital chapters. Yeah, how do you deal with it? You don't, well, two things I've
What
learned in
would you
life.
do if you were in a Guns N' Roses show? You would play a solo, and some guy would come with a megaphone and yell like "Slash" or something
You know
like
what
that.
though? It doesn't change who I am. It doesn't change my value. The only part of me that could possibly be offended is my ego. And you shouldn't be taking that stuff personally. That's some dick that's trying to get attention for himself. That is just, some douchebag with nothing going on that's like, oh, everyone's watching the show and enjoying it. Let me try and put the attention onto myself. And that's just some immature person that's emotionally undeveloped that goes to a show that everyone came to see and tries to make it about himself and tries to undermine what everyone is enjoying and to just, take away the good vibes and the connection that's going on. That's just an individual being a dick. And that's not about me. That's about that person. That person's a dick. It doesn't make, if he yells Slash, it doesn't make me a dick. It makes me, makes Slash, and it makes him a dick.
And did you ever came across not specifically yelling Slash, but people that really try to sabotage like a Guns N' Roses show or one of
yeah.
your shows in a way?
Sure.
Throwing some stuff, trying to.
Yeah. I've stopped things and called the person out and told them to come to the stage and so that I can see who you are and we'll take it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember one time we did a show at a small venue. We were doing like a bunch of, pretty much 3 shows in New York in like the smaller venues. And someone threw like a heavy glass that just like landed right in between me and Richard on the stage and just missed people's heads and stuff and smashed and, with a pretty thick bottom to it. I mean, it would have cut someone's head open. So I stopped things and I was just like, who the fuck did that? It's like, come over here. You know, come to the front. Don't hide behind everyone, you little fucking pussy. You can do something like that. Come close so I could see you. I'm over here. You see where I am. Let me see you now. You know, he got pointed out and he got dragged out, and it's happened in Vegas. Someone throwing ice, and you know, people do that. And I mean, sometimes you just let it go and ignore it for the sake of keeping the show going. But every once in a while, you know, you're a man first. You're a guitar player in some band second.
Yeah.
And if some stranger is throwing shit at you, or endangering you or the people around you, you know, I'm not just going to take it. I'm not a fucking target. I'm a human being, and I will do something about it.
Yeah, and especially if you're, you know, in a band with Axl Rose, he's known to be that guy that he's not really just playing a tough guy. He will jump to the crowd and he will beat the shit out of somebody. You know?
I've seen him beat people's asses.
Yeah, he can be quite, you know, when it comes to.
No, he could be a normal human being.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, but
expect,
you don't want to mess with him. Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, he's really doing his thing, you know.
Yeah, he's not going to be phony. That's one thing I got to say about him. He is not phony at all. However he feels, he's not going to pretend. You know, what you get is as real as it's going to be with him.
Yeah.
No matter what you think, you know, no matter what your opinion is about, you know, the music or this or that, that's one thing that is a fucking fact.
All right, so we're going to go now to the metal quiz. Are you ready?
Sure.
Yeah, do it.
I just heard it that one time. It was like a...
Good. Yeah, it's by Scar Symmetry. Hidona Metal!
הפעם עם רון במבלפוט Ron Bumblefoot gave us different bands that he likes. We're gonna ask you 10 different questions.
A little bit of musical parts, and you're gonna try to tell us the right answers.
Oh, jeez.
Are you ready for that?
And you are about to win for...
Wait, we need some music for this. Yeah, keep going. Ready?
Okay, if you answer 6 to 8 right answer, you're gonna get 1 kilo of hummus achla. Price value estimated on 9.90 new Israeli shekels. For 9 to 12 right answers, you're gonna get all-included luxury stay at the famous Lior Peleg's house, including 2 bottles of icy cold glass bottle Coca-Cola. And for 13 to 15 right answers, you're gonna get 1 BMW that will be especially delivered right here to Israel and get here by the time you'll be back home and won't really be in your possession. Really great prizes here in Metal Quiz. And are you ready to begin?
I am ready, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
First question to Ron Bumblefoot Tal. Which of the next band does not have a song titled Black Diamond? A. Megadeth. B. Kiss. C. Bathory. D. Stratovarius.
Megadeth doesn't have a song by Diamond, do they?
And that is correct! And you get a point! It's 1 for Bumblefoot, 0 for Metal.
One, that's good. Now this.
Yeah.
Second question to Ron Bumblefoot is which of the next Iron Maiden songs is sang by Paul Di'Anno? Run to the Hills, Transylvania, Man on the Edge, or Remember Tomorrow?
Oh, wait a minute. Well, Remember Tomorrow was Paul Di'Anno, of course.
And that is correct!
Transylvania as well.
Yeah, but Transylvania doesn't have any singing in it, because it's only instrumental.
Wait, then what am I thinking of?
Yeah, no, Transylvania.
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Transylvania is in the same record, you're right. That's a Paul Di'Anno record.
Sanctuary as
No.
Transylvania. All right,
Yeah. Okay, you got it right, you got a point.
Oh, wait, what was
yeah.
Transylvania then? It wasn't a... Wait, Genghis Khan...
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, do it. Wait.
And then,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you see, and he didn't even know what song it was until a second ago.
I just got the names mixed up in my head. And I heard Transylvania. I was thinking to myself, Transylvania from the law.
Yeah, I know. So, next question.
Yeah.
Which of the next is a name of an ex-Manowar band member? A. Ross the Boss. B.
course.
Who's the Boss? C. The Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza. D. Rebel Extravaganza.
Wow, that's a tough one. Because I know Tony Danza was, for a long time in a lot of metal bands.
Well, actually, the Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza is the name of a metal band.
Oh, that's funny. I had no idea.
And Rebel Extravaganza is the name of an album by a metal band.
We know that it's Ross the Boss, of course.
Yeah, we know
the
that.
initial lineup, you had Eric Adams on vocals, you had Joey DeMeo, you had Ross the Boss, and Scott Columbus.
It's so great that you know Manowar and you actually chose it as one of your songs, because this band doesn't get in the elite of metalheads that are with their
Really?
noses up, because it's like, they sing about bullshit, whatever, but they're really talented. This is a really good band. They had
Yeah, we just talked
really
about
good,
it like last
really
show.
good records.
The next question is about Led Zeppelin.
Okay.
Led Zeppelin 4 is also known as Coda,
No.
B. Zoso,
Yes.
C. Physical Graffiti, D.
no.
Presents.
Those were the later albums, except for, the four symbols that we also call Show.
And Zoso is the correct answer.
You got 4 out of 4, and we're going to the fifth question. In Tenacious D's movie, The Peak of Destiny, did you see it?
I barely remember, but I
But
did
you saw
say
it.
yeah.
Okay. There is a tale about a magical peak.
Yes.
Who of the next musicians didn't play this peak according to the tale? A. Robert Johnson. B. Eddie Van Halen. C. Angus Young. D. Joe Perry.
I don't remember.
Wow, this
In-
question
in
is
my-
so much
It's really
harder
harder
than the other
ones.
question.
I know.
Is it? I thought it was just me. I don't remember, but my brain is saying Joe Perry.
And your brain is correct! Joe Perry doesn't have any credits in this movie, while Eddie Van Halen is the main one that they're talking about, and Angus Young and Robert Johnson are also mentioned. AC/DC, you see like on the cover of a magazine holding the peak. Yeah! And the next one, number 6.
The next one,
You're really
Pantera's
good.
singer Phil Anselmo has taken part in many other projects. In which of the following he did not take part? 1. Superjoint Ritual. 2. Necrophobia.
Necrophagia.
Necrophagia, it's like fag.
Necrophage.
Necrophagia. Rebel meets Rebel or Down.
Well, of course he was in Down. I mean,
Okay. But in which of them he was not?
Oh yeah. You do that. Dun, 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 dun.
never died before.
Yeah.
I don't know. Wait, say
Wait.
that again. Is
In which
Necro-
he did not take.
Superjoint Ritual.
It was he wasn't in the Necrophagia, was he?
That's your answer?
Yeah.
That your answer?
And you are wrong. He was the guitar player for Necrophagia in the EP Cannibal Holocaust. It was like all different than what he ever
a
done. It's like
lovely
really
movie
heavy
as well.
shit. Yeah, it's like
I can't watch the total scene.
this is really bad. Like this is really intense. This movie. He wasn't actually a part of Rebel Meets Rebel, which is all the other guys from Pantera. It's Rex Brown, and there's all the other guys.
Shame on me.
And
shame,
he didn't.
shame,
Yeah, so
shame
you
on
got
me.
5 out of 6, and we're continuing. Yeah. So the next question: which of the following is true? A. Since 2012, there were 2 bands called Queensryche featuring different members of the original Queensryche.
Yes, true.
B. In 2006 came out a sequel to Operation Mindcrime called Operation Mindcrime 2. And in 2014, Operation Mindcrime 3 is to be released. C. Queensryche has released a covers album called Coverfield. D. Queensryche has been on tour with King Diamond called King and Queens. Which one of the following is correct?
Oh, which is true.
Which is true?
Which is true.
Which one is true out of all of them?
3 of them are Hideous lies that Lior Peleg made up.
You just made this stuff up, starting lies. And now, what was A again?
I can tell you all of them again.
Just A.
A was, since 2012, there are two bands called Queensryche featuring different members of the original Queensryche.
Right. You have the one with Rudy Sarzo and Jeff Tate, of course, and Brian Tishy was on drums. And then you have the one with Scott Rockenfield and the band with the new singer. The answer is A.
And that is correct. This is very right. Wow, very good. This is so weird that there are two bands called Queensryche touring the world, playing the same songs, different people.
The eighth question.
Yeah.
And the question is, which of the next bands does not have a self-titled album?
Ooh,
Okay? A. Iron Maiden. B. Manowar. C. Queensryche. D. Kiss. What do you say?
Well, Kiss had the first album, of course.
Okay. Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, of course, had their first album. Just Iron Maiden. Then it has to be Manowar. Yes?
That is correct! Queensryche actually released in 2013 in one of the, I don't know even which one of them, an album called Queensryche. They both released an album in 2013. Yeah. So you got it right.
There you go.
Very good. You're coming to... Yeah! Number 9. What is Ozzy Osbourne's full name? A. Michael Scott Ozzy Osbourne. B. Jeff Scott Soto Ozzy Osbourne. C. John Michael Ozzy Osbourne. D. Shawn Michaels Ozzy Osbourne.
Porn.
Shawn Michaels is porn? He's WWF, or is he both?
Maybe he's also porn.
There was also a porn guy years ago. All right, well, it's not him, so it's not D. It's not Jeff Scott Soto.
Yeah.
Which was what, B?
B.
So now tell me A and C again.
Michael Scott Ozzy Osbourne. John Michael Ozzy Osbourne.
I thought it was Paul.
No, it's either Michael Scott or John Michael.
Really? All right, then let's go with John Michael.
Well, you are correct! That's very good, yeah!
Michael Scott is the one
Yeah!
from the... It's from the series of The Office. You know it?
Yes.
Name is Michael
Well,
Scott.
I haven't.
George C. Scott Osborne.
Yeah, so the last question is, which of the following is false? A. Rob Halford is gay.
He's a gay!
No, he's not.
B. Rob Halford was a member of 4 different bands.
Gay!
C. Rob Halford.
Well, there was Fight, there was Halford, there was Priest. And
Rob Halford had released a metal album dedicated to Christmas.
Gay!
Or what the fuck? Rob Halford was involved in a motorcycle accident in which he lost 2 of his teeth.
Can be used as a gay.
you know what?
Yeah, okay, so
Which one is
is
You know what?
false?
The
Which one
best
is false?
singers were all gay.
Yeah.
God bless them.
God bless him.
Give us 2 names
Of what? Gay
of gay, dead, good singers.
Freddie Mercury.
Yeah.
Well, dead ones?
No, why
Or
dead?
just-
You
Why
said-
dead? I
you
just
said
killed
it
him.
dead.
Not dead.
Why
Not dead ones. No.
Hey, George Michael.
Yeah.
Is real good. You got Elton John. Yes, David Bowie and Mick Jagger, who just sort of may have had moments.
May have had moments. Yeah, you're
A
probably
momentary lapse of hetero.
Yeah.
But yeah. And there's more, but you know, who
Rob
cares?
Halford is
They're
a
great.
So
fucking
what do you
king.
think
He's
about
the-
Rob
he's the-
Halford? What answer?
I'm thinking
is
the last
false?
2 might be false.
No, there's
The
only
last
one
2.
false.
I know.
Is he gay?
From what popular knowledge is, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Not from first. You didn't.
Does he have
No,
4
no,
different
no.
bands?
Okay.
I can think of
Was he a
3,
member
but
of 4 different
well,
bands?
there's, Judas Priest.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah.
Halford.
Yeah.
Okay.
And okay, C was Rob
So,
Halford had
yeah.
released a metal album dedicated to Christmas, and D Rob
did,
Halford
didn't he?
was involved in motorcycle accident in which he lost 2 of his teeth.
Well, I don't remember hearing about a motorcycle accident.
So what's the answer?
I'm just gonna take a guess. I'm not 100% sure about C and D. You know,
Your
it could have
guess
happened,
what
and I didn't
Will
hear
be
about it.
your
D.
guess D, and you are correct! Yes, we finished this part. You got 9 out of 10. You're
Of course, he did a Christmas album.
Yeah,
He did it many.
everybody does.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it as
Twisted
quick.
Sister.
You're gonna do it quick. You're gonna get some tunes, and you're gonna tell me in 10 seconds of every song which song is it. You got 9 out of 10
jeez.
until now. Are you ready?
Okay.
What is that?
That's
Yeah!
Angel Witch, of course. Come on.
Yeah!
You're an angel witch.
You're an angel witch! Yeah! You're an angel witch! You're an angel witch! Okay, ready for the next one?
Sure.
No?
What's wrong? Don't you see no ding dong?
It's less your thing.
What's wrong? Don't you see no ding dong?
It's more like year 1999 kind of thing, you know?
I don't know.
This is Static X. Do you know this band?
I know the band. but-
When Static, this
Yeah,
kind of
the-
hair, like this.
In
Yeah.
porn? He married to a porn?
Yeah.
He married to a
To a
porn.
porn.
I was married to a porn. My sister
married to a
is the
porn.
number one prostitute
Okay,
in all of
okay, that's okay. That was really
Ukraine.
tough.
This part I'm not going to do as well with, but let's keep going.
No, that's not for sure. I just,
What's
you know, I gave you something pretty hard, but this one is pretty
No, I
easy.
should have known that. I should know
What is
Static.
that one? What is that? It's very easy. Come on.
What band is
You
it?
should know.
Until the drums. You don't give him anything after the drums. Not the guitar.
Come on, no. Oh, that was mean.
What song is that?
Wait.
You know the song already?
Blackened.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay. And you got a point! Yeah! Fucking awesome. This record is one of the best records ever. I love Justice for All. Okay, next one. Are you ready?
Ready.
I think that if you don't know it until now, you won't know it. Because this is a song that either you know it or you don't know it. Nothing?
Listen.
Okay, I'm listening. Oh my god. That was Machine Head with Davidian from 1994. And we're going to the last one. No, actually, you know what? That's it!
That's it.
How many points does he have?
I don't know, he has like 12 out of 15 or something.
12 out of 15, and
Yeah.
you get an all-included luxury stay at the famous Leo Peleg's house, including all-you-can-eat sandwiches and toast, 2 bottles of icy cold glasses, bottle of Coca-Cola on the expense of Leo Peleg. I will anticipate.
Yeah, I have only 2 sandwiches. It's all you can eat out of those 2 sandwiches.
Yeah, if you can finish the whole thing, then he will stay hungry. Yeah!
Thank you for that bumble food.
Thank you very much.
That was fucking awesome. We are going to finish this show with a song by a band called Judas Priest. And,
Do you know this band?
The song is your pick. You actually picked also New Regal?
New Regal.
New Regal by Queensryche.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can give us something from 100,000 Years of Kiss. AC/DC Walk Over You. Blood of my enemies, Manowar. Can you do that?
With the blood of my
Die and ride by my side.
Yeah. Okay. Over the mountain, Ozzy Osbourne. That's with Randy Rhoads, right? Yeah. Okay, and
Done.
okay, Ron Bumblefoot Thal, you're great. We could do this for hours if
We
you didn't
could.
if you didn't have a show in like a couple of minutes to go to. And we always enjoy having you on a Metal show.
Amazing.
Yes. תודה שהייתם איתנו מטר 106.2 ברדיו הבינתחומי וגם ב-www.icast.co.il/metal. We are New York Nick Metal. We're with Ron Bumblefoot from Guns N' Roses. It's been a blast, and we're gonna finish this show with the great Judas Priest, the greatest Judas Priest with the song "The Deceiver." With the song "The Deceiver." With the song "The Deceiver." With the song. With the song. With the song "The Deceiver."
إبراهيم
Thank you. Satan.